I want to talk about social conditioning. It's an interesting thing that I've been noticing. The whole social media aspect, it's just a social conditioning tool. People will like something, and then several other thousand people will like it. That just for no reason, because they might respect the person that they subscribe to, or they bought the likes. That can happen. Well, now there's a conformity aspect that goes into it, where people are like, oh yeah, I want to like it too, because other people like it. I want to fit in. And this fitting in concept is so detrimental. It used to be that being unique and an individual was something to be respected. It was, oh yeah, I'm my own person. I'm unique. But now, with these algorithms and people trying to fit in so they can, feel camaraderie with such desperation, it's caused this avalanche that is exponentially growing of conformity. This lack of individuality is scary. And then the free speech concept going into jeopardy, and a lot of people just kind of, oh yeah, you can't say this. But it's like, okay, well, I didn't know that. Like, pretty soon it's going to be offensive if you don't have a favorite color blue. Like, oh man, your favorite color is different than mine. We're fighting. And what? I guess that's gang members, isn't it? So I suppose that does already happen. But it's wild. And what's it going to end up doing with this social conditioning? What it's already done is created a forced second face. Like, being two-faced is the cool thing to do nowadays, which is so messed up. So I remember that being fighting words, like, oh yeah, I don't pretend to be someone else. But now if you don't pretend to be someone else, you're considered rude. You're considered to be this toxic individual. How dare you express your own thoughts? And it's crazy. It's crazy. Because each and every one of us is an individual. You'll never be exactly like anyone else. There's no way. Your perception is a collective of all of your experiences and what you then interpreted from those experiences and how you logged that information. So therefore, one experience shared by millions of people on the exact same time, hell, it could even be exact same time of their life, they all being exactly the same age and the same point of view, but the interpretation will be different. It will affect them different. It will put them in different categories, different paths. One person might say, hey, I'm going to take this experience and I'm going to grow from it. Another person might develop a severe disorder and a phobia, or it could change the taste of food. It could maybe, whatever. I don't need to continue with different examples, but the point remains the same, that each of us are unique. And the fact that we're all trying to fit in is silly. The only real people that fit in are the ones that are just really good actors. I can't count how many people I've gotten to know where I had an interpretation of who they are, and then I get to know them, and they become someone else. Two-Face. But it's so common now. And there is a couple of traits that I've noticed amongst these individuals that tend to behave this way, where they have a desire to fit in. But then to be afraid of being who you are, being afraid of expressing yourself as an individual, it's just a shame. Like, how many people could change the world if it was more accommodating? And the funny thing is, these movements for acceptance are actually movements for exclusion in this way. It's a movement to say, you have to be like this because I am. You have to fit in like I do. But they don't, which is the silly thing, because then they're just associating with the group that has similar interests. And then it's like these individuals will learn who they are through other people, which is just silly. It's silly to have someone teach you who you are when you should just find out, you know? But you can't really find out anymore. And that is the major flaw with this social conditioning movement. It's a limitation of individuality. It's not just a limitation of speech, a limitation of hobbies, a limitation of political views or whatever. It's a limitation of individuality. The fact is that in order to be an individual now, and a celebrated individual, is to be a part of a group that celebrates individuality. But the conditioning elements beyond just the groups, like I say again, social media, it is having a major impact. I didn't have it for many years because I started to notice how that was occurring. I also didn't care what people were watching on Netflix, so I deleted my Facebook account several years ago, 10 years about. And, well, tried to get involved with it again, and man, oh man, it's just wild. The type of things that you used to be able to just talk about openly are no longer available, in particular to social media. You say something that doesn't align with their particular views, then you get attacked. But like, you know, what about just telling jokes? You know, being carefree, being a philosopher, having thoughts that are unique, expanding on them. These type of things are dying art forms through this social conditioning movement for conformity. Your individuality is under attack. It's been under attack for a while, but it's growing more and more. And it's not seeming to slow down. There's a lot of appeal to be like other people. especially if you plan to make money from the internet, behaving like the top trending people. Oh, there's a trending video, I better make something similar to it so I can get likes also. And I can respect the game, trying to get paid that way. But, I mean, yeah, everybody would like to have easy money. But in doing this, it's just encouragement to no longer be you. So those are my thoughts on social conditioning.